Story time. When I sat across from my oncologist as he was telling me that I had stage 4 cancer, I remember responding to him, asking him some very thoughtful questions, as well as just kind of repeating what he said back to me. Then I got in the car and my husband was waiting for me. It's the middle of COVID. He wasn't allowed to be with me because of the quarantine rules. And he said, "Hey, what did the doctor say?" And I remember saying to him, "I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just have stage 4 cancer. That's all I know." And then I got the notes back from the doctor for that same meeting, and he literally had wrote down, "Patient fully understands everything that we discussed." So the same situation, two totally different experiences. So bring a support person. And I'm just going to go over when you bring a support person. You want to bring a support person to do two things. First is to be an emotional support, as well as almost like a note taker, someone who can ask questions and then be your advocate if they need to. So when you go, especially during your first meetings with the family doctor, it's more of an emotional support because they're going to refer you to the surgeon, the oncologist, the radiologist, etc. It's like a full team. And then for the surgeon, you're going to want to definitely bring your support person to take down notes, validating the data, making sure you both understand it, and if there's a plan for execution, whether there's going to be nurse visits, etc., etc. On your oncologist visits, especially those first few times as they're going to be staging you, bring your support person. There are so many questions you want to ask about your treatment path. And then finally, your radiologist. I never had to go through radiology, but I'm sure that support person will come in so handy. Now, different tests that you want to bring them to are the MRI test, the biopsy, just because they're going to do local anesthesia, and then CT scan and ultrasound. They're a little bit less invasive, less doesn't you can actually end up driving yourself home if you need it, and you don't need a support person. But that initial time that you first do it, bring somebody. I get CT scans every 6 months. And the great thing is that technology now allows us to see the results before we even see our doctor. And if I see that the results show unremarkable, he doesn't need to come. But if for any reason those results show anything different, I'm bringing him along because I need someone else to do the listing for me as I'm still processing the changes. So